Hello. We've all heard the saying, you are what you eat. But what does that really mean when it comes to our gut microbiome? Our gut is full of bacteria that make up what's called the gut microbiome. You may be wondering, how does this affect us? Let's take a closer look. When we eat, the bacteria in our gut help to break down the food, and by doing so, the bacteria are able to produce short chain fatty acids and synthesize vitamins and amino acids. Additionally, our native gut bacteria compete with pathogenic bacteria for resources in our gut and help prevent pathogenic bacteria from taking over the gut. These microbes can greatly impact our health depending on what we eat. Then, can a change in diet affect our gut microbiome? Here we'll be taking a closer look at what happens when you change to a Mediterranean diet. But first, what makes up a Mediterranean diet? In the Mediterranean diet, you consume a lot of fruits, vegetables, nuts, whole grain cereals, and fish. But this diet is also lower in refined cereals, dairy, and animal products. Diets can impact our overall health in different ways. The Mediterranean diet has been widely viewed as a healthy diet and can help prevent certain diseases. These are just some of the examples seen here. So now that we have an overall picture, let's dive into how our gut microbiome is affected by diet. In one study, 82 individuals who were healthy but overweight or obese were part of a random control trial. The participants were split into two groups. One group ate a Mediterranean diet, while the other group maintained their current diet, which consisted of low fruit and vegetable intake. The participants did not change their exercise habits or their calorie intake, regardless of diet consumed. The study used metagenomics and samples of bodily fluids to identify changes in the microbiome. The researchers were able to identify different bacterial species and calculate the quantity of each bacterial species. This study showed that the Mediterranean diet participants, in comparison to the controlled diet, had an increase in gene richness, an increase in bacteria that digest fiber, a decrease in bacteria that cause inflammation. It was also seen that as the gene richness increased, the markers for inflammation decreased, and they also observed a decrease in plasma cholesterol. The researchers also found that even though the Mediterranean diet doubled the fiber intake by participants, there was still no change to the concentration of short chain fatty acids in fecal samples. From this study, it is clear that the microbiome is affected by our diet and what we eat. This is an example of how switching to a healthier diet can have advantageous improvements to the gut microbiome. Hopefully, in the future, we can see more studies researching the effects of different diets and how it can impact the gut microbiome. Thank you for watching.